everyone. According to the poll, most of you wanted to watch this video, and there's a lot of ground to cover, so I'll jump straight into its structure. First, I'll share a format of the CV that we use at IIM Ahmedabad. Second, I'll break down my own CV step by step and show you how I created it. Third, I'll share with you some do's and don'ts which help in creating a better CV. And finally, I'll share with you how to tweak your CV basis the role that you're applying to. And there's a bonus tip as well, which I'll share at the end. And to those of you who want to get their CVs reviewed, please put it down in the comments. I'll be reviewing the CVs of the first 50 comments. We use the doc format and the tables option to create our CVs, and there's a standard size and the font style that we use, which I'll put above. If you want to simply download this file, then I'll link it up in the description box. You can check it out. In general, any CV has four components: personal details, buckets, columns, and rows. Within buckets, you can have things like academic background, co curricular activities, internships and work experience, positions of responsibility, and extracurriculars. A question that often gets asked here is that do these buckets need to be in the same order, that is, starting with academics, moving on to internships, and so on? And the clear answer is no. Most people begin with academics or work experience, but the general understanding is that the better your bucket, the higher it appears. And the same holds true for CV points as well. Your CV points don't have to follow any chronological order. The better they are, the higher they rank within the rows. Now that you know how a CV format looks like, I'll decode my own CV in front of you and show you how I made it from the scratch. The first step to create a CV is to create a master CV. A master CV is like a repository of all your achievements till now under the sun. And trust me when I say all your achievements, like even if there's an achievement that you're not very proud of, feel free to put in here. You never know what may come in handy. In order to create a master CV, the first step is to collate all your certificates in one place. Along with the certificates, you may also go through any newspaper clippings, annual reports of your college, or even try searching your name on Google along with your institute name just to make sure that you have all your achievements that need to be documented in the master CV. Now we will document all these points under the different buckets that I had mentioned earlier. So we'll simply note down the names of these buckets and then pick each certificate and see which bucket does it fit under. Please note that at this stage you don't have to worry about the framing of the point. Right now just focus on mentioning the point so that you understand what the achievement is all about, and you can also copy the wording that has been mentioned on the certificate. Once you have done that with all your certificates, we'll go back to each of the buckets and start highlighting your top 3 achievements. You can also make it top 5 or top 7 depending upon how many you have. And now we'll start with these achievements first and we'll start framing sentences for them to convert them into CV points. Though I'll be sharing some framing hacks very shortly, what you need to know right now is that most of these sentences will start with verbs, that too in past sentence. These are what we call as power verbs, and here is a list of all these verbs for your reference, which you can use in your CV to make it look much better. The final step in the process is to go through each and every bucket and check how much it already weighs as compared to others. And if there are some buckets in your CV which weigh more than others, then you need to balance it out by picking up more points from the master CV and putting it in the empty buckets. This is probably the most important part of the video. Remember when I had said better ranks higher? Well, turns out that better not only ranks higher, it also appears in the very front. This is an example of what we call as front loading. And if you want to check whether your CV is front loaded properly or not, one of the simplest tricks is to fold your CV once horizontally and once vertically. And the column that you see on the top left is the part where most of your important points should be. Interviewers are not always aware of the level of the competitions that you took part in. So it's always better to quantify your CV points and make that lasting impact. If you have more than 3 achievements with the same rank, then it is always better to put them together in your CV to create a winner effect. Whichever numbers or words you choose to denote the different ranks of your competitions, it's important to ensure that they are consistent throughout the CV. Make sure that your CV points are neither too long such that they overflow in the next line, nor too short such that they leave an empty space. It's always better to put one point in one line. The power verbs that I had mentioned earlier should not be used repetitively together. Instead, you should use a variety of them when using in proximity to each other. Sometimes the interviewer may not be aware about an organization or a competition that you have mentioned, so it's better to avoid any local lingo and be totally clear about it. Now, some of you may be interested in consulting, others in marketing, finance, or let's say PM Tech. So, how do you tweak your CV basis the role that you want to apply to? We do that by creating different CV variants for different fields. For example, consulting requires a balanced CV, marketing prefers more extracurricular activities, finance requires a good academics bucket, and PM Tech requires more internships or work experience which is relevant. So, the only thing you need to do is to pick those points from your master CV and add into the different variants. Now, here is a bonus tip that I figured when I was making my own CV, and this is something which I got to know when I was studying at IIM Ahmedabad. So, the recruiters who hire at IIM Ahmedabad spent only about 6 seconds per CV to review it and decide whether they are going to shortlist the candidate or not. Can you imagine just 6 seconds per CV? Now, if that is the case with your CV, how do you make sure that the CV actually tells them what your credentials are all about within those 6 seconds? This can easily be achieved with a very small tweak that you need to make to your existing CV. So, if you remember the CV format that I had shared earlier, there was one thing missing in this format which was there in my actual CV but not present in this format. That's called a header on the top. This header contains your top 2 or top 3 or at max top 4 achievements. So I put the top 4 achievements of my CV in this header so that whenever a person starts reviewing the CV, this is the first thing that they get to see. This header also has another benefit. So let's say your academics bucket or your work experience bucket is not that good, but you do have some extraordinary spikes in your CV. So this header can help you compensate for those buckets which are not very strong. After watching this video, I do realize that some of you might start feeling like we don't have enough achievements to begin with. So then how do we create a CV like this? This happens when we don't even account for all our achievements that we think are not worthy enough to go into the master CV. But if you pick those achievements one by one and you put them together in one bucket, your buckets will start looking stronger. And this is something you can check in my own CV. I'll put it down in the description box. You will realize that not all my achievements were great. It's just that when they were put together in one bucket, the bucket started looking stronger. And if you still feel like you don't have enough points in your CV, then it's never too late to start building a strong profile. I'll link two videos that you can watch up next to build a stronger profile and to do internships. That's all from my side, guys. Hope you liked this video. Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.